one fishing port in America. Give it up for Paul
Yeah. Right now. This is the place where we highlight not only the talented, not only the interesting, but the entertaining from our area. We got some big-time guests tonight. We have singers. The music of Todd Casilli and Thom Hiller are here tonight. Yeah.
I'll clap for myself. No.
We also have the co-host with Cachet, the sidekick of the century, the Papa with those pipes, Mr. Chops Turner.
Yeah, Chops.
All right. Well, before we get to our guests tonight, they're going to do some great performances. We want to get caught up in the news. You know, that Super Bowl, I got to tell you, that Super Bowl win, as a Patriots fan, I don't think it makes Belichick look bad, you know? And someone actually said, it's not a really fair comparison because, you know, Belichick needs a wide receiver. No, Belichick doesn't need a wide receiver. Belichick is the wide receiver. Oh, man. Bend over Belichick, I'll tell you that. Oh, mama.
No, he gets no respect. No respect.
How about that Patriots owner? Craft at the shaft, that's for sure.
You sure did get the shaft.
By the way, I don't know if anybody saw the halftime show. It was they had to follow up Shakira and J-Lo last year. I'm not quite sure they did that. But anyway, it was a singer called The Weeknd. Somebody actually posted they couldn't wait for the weekend to be over. I don't know if it's that bad, but I think he was okay. Like there he is right there. You know, he was singing and everything else. By the way, does anybody know why those guys in the background have jock straps on their head?
I don't know if it was like the plastic surgery going bad. That's what it looks like.
Hey, is that Belichick? It's a little nippy outside. You guys notice it's been a little cold out there. A little cold, get a little snow out there, get a little snow, you know, a little nippy. Been a little cold around the house, too, come to figure. That's what Chops been a little nippy around the house. Well, anyway.
Yeah, yes.
Anyway, my wife said to me, hey, turn up the heat, you cheapskate. It's freezing in here. And I said, hey, just pick a corner. They're all 90 degrees.
Hey, your wife's going to get you, man. Oh, your wife's going to get you, man.
All right, one last one here. We're going to go to Austria for this one. You know, sometimes if there's not a lot of humor around here, you got to go to another country. In Austria, there was a cow, actually, Chops. A cow was set to be slaughtered, right? So then at the last minute, the cow ran away to a nearby animal farm, and now they've decided to let the cow live. Imagine that. I mean, that's what I call a cow with some T-bone. In fact, that cow, it was a talking cow, as a matter of fact. The cow was like, hey, you ain't slaughtering me. I'm moving on up to the east side, moving on up. I'll kick your damn English. I'll tell you that right now.
That was good. Yeah, I can take your English now.
All right, you know the problem is with these cow jokes, you know. Sometimes you can get carried away with them, so I'm going to put an end to that right now. No more milking it. I mean, all right, well, Chops. Help me out, Chops. Help me out.
Lost Chops.
Hey, stand by. We've got the guests coming up straight ahead. But first, once again, our good friends, the NB Rude Boys and Chops.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Stir it up.
Yeah. Oh.
Little darling, stir it up.
Oh, yeah, mama.
Come on, baby.
Oh. Yeah.
Come on and stir it up. Ooh,
I'm
yeah,
feeling it. Oh.
Little darling, stir it up.
Oh.
Come on, baby. Come on and stir it up. Little darling, stir it up. Come on and stir it up. Stir it up, yeah. Little darling, stir it up. Come on and stir it up.
Boomba. All right, all right. The NB Rude Boys and Chops turn. All right, now to our talented guests. They are terrific. They're waiting in the wings. They are talented singers. Say hello to Todd Casilli and Thom Hiller. Yeah. Welcome
Thank
to the
you.
show, gentlemen. Great to have you
Both.
here tonight. And thank you for putting up with our wacky sense of humor. How did you guys end up crossing paths and being able to perform the great music that you do?
Well, the band we were in, that I was in, we lost 2 members, and so Matt Maylett, New Bedford, born and raised South Ender, recruited Tom into the band and
As the keyboard player.
as a keyboard player, and then we found out that he was a shredding guitar player, and then we ended up recruiting a keyboard player after we found out that Tom was really a great guitar player.
And the Bob's Day Off, how did that come about?
The bass player at the time, Bob Melanson, never came to practice and sometimes even didn't show up to a gig. And so we're thinking of a name for the band. I'm like, well, where's Bob when you need him? And Jay Tavares, the guitar player at the time, said, it's Bob's Day Off. And we just started laughing, and that's how the name came to be. I'm married, with 3 children. My oldest is 16, my middle is 14, my youngest is 11 now. This is the age where you're like, everybody in the car in 5 minutes or we're leaving you home, and you can feel good about leaving them home, There's no diaper bag, there's no car seats.
Yeah, right, exactly. No, I'm with you. Wait till you get to the empty nest. That's not bad either. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, oh yes, we want to get to the music. It's an original by you guys. Tell me about writing that song.
I came up with the idea, and I brought it to a buddy of mine, Dean Petrella, from a band called The Complaints, and we co-authored the song, and we named it Wednesday 210. The name doesn't even ever appear in the song. It was just the only way we could give it any kind of artistic integrity, really, honestly.
That was the time you wrote it, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was the timestamp, Wednesday 210. We have a recorded version in the studio. Phil Green, who recorded New Kids on the Block, ended up producing that song.
Oh, that's awesome.
And there is a really good music video for the song on YouTube.
And an interesting anecdote, it was the first music video filmed in
High definition ever in the world. It was recorded by, at the time, Channel 6, John Methier, the producer for Channel 6, Fairhaven's own.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's some great music here. Wednesday 210, an original by these gentlemen.
My head is so hollow inside. I wish that my thoughts could hide. But still I'm happier now that I don't pretend. I need you right now then. And now the days seem shorter without you here, without you near. Call out the news. good for me, good for me.
Yeah, fantastic job, Tom and Todd. And a great song right there, Wednesday 210. Now, you guys are from the southeastern Massachusetts area, right?
Correct.
Yeah, Tom grew up in Mattapoisett. I grew up in Somerset, Mass.
I know the pandemic has slowed people down, not only yourself, but a lot of musicians. Tell me about that. Are you guys looking forward to maybe doing some good things in the future here musically?
I would say, as far as live performances, we weren't really slowed down or hindered too much throughout the summer and fall, and even into December, we still had some outdoor gigs. As far as I'm concerned, it's completely eliminated my industry, which is live music in indoor venues, big national concerts and things like that. And as someone employed in the music industry, I've gone back to studio recording and looking to do some production work and things like that. I have a studio background. I spent nearly 20 years engineering, producing, with a couple of Grammy nominations along the way. So it wasn't difficult to fall back on that. It's just, not something I had planned on.
Why the love for music?
I think you're just born with it. I don't think it's something you choose. Like, you hear that all the time. It's not something you choose. It chooses you. You also hear it's a blessing and a curse, which is fairly accurate.
And the writing and the feeling the music and trying to put pen to paper. How do you do that? How do you take an idea and make a song out of it?
Would you ask Yo-Yo Ma how he makes the violin sound like magic?
You weren't expecting that answer, were you, Paul?
I thought that was a pretty good question.
I think it's something that's difficult to put into words.
Right. Well, Todd, you have another career. You just do this sort of as a side gig hobby type thing?
My wife and I have a financial services business. We've been doing it now almost 14 years, and it's been great. We've been really blessed with that, and I love it too. With COVID, I mean, normally when I'm doing the business, I love people. I sit with them face to face, Paul. With COVID, everything's done through Zoom. It's taken that human element out of that part of my life. So when we started doing gigs last spring and summer and fall, that really did enrich, I felt like, my soul, just being able to see people. And I haven't seen certain people in decades, and they're coming out and supporting us and really, really supporting us. I mean, like, I felt like you just saw so many great people, man, and we were all feeling something during COVID-19 shutdowns. And, I think people just appreciate music in a whole different way now.
Hey, you wrote a song, or one of you guys wrote the song, Merry Christmas, I Made You a Mask. We played it at Christmas time. It was hilarious, Was that both you guys, or was that Tom?
Yeah, Todd, Tom, and then Frank, our buddy Frank Gracia.
Recorded in that same studio, home studio that we shot that in.
We did record it one night until about 10 o'clock, and Tom's downstairs neighbor actually, had a little bit of a complaint about it. But
The music is great. I know that the pandemic has slowed things down a little bit. Hopefully we'll turn the corner, maybe get back in the studio, get out into the public domain and pursue your passion, which is what I know you're going to do, and that's what you should do. Thanks a lot for stopping by today. I really appreciate it, and keep up the great work with the music.
thanks, Chops. Thanks,
for
Paul.
having
Thanks
us.
for having us, Paul.
All right, Todd Casilli and Thom Hiller on the show tonight. Thank you very much for being here. All right.
Man.
All right.
Great.
Really great harmonies,
No, they were great, man. Unique. I love it.
He's behind again. Hey, say something, Chops. All right. Now, next week, Chops, we have a big show. Big show. Just like we had tonight, just like we had last week, just like we have every week. We have a woman firefighter who wrote a children's book. And her name is Jolene Menard. I was up late last night watching all those interviews of Brady waving at Brady was waving around his Lombardi, the Lombardi trophy, So I was up late. So I'm tired, I'm tired tonight. So anyway, any closing thoughts there, Chops? Wait,
I'm enjoying the moment.
you're enjoying the moment. Good for you. Yeah, see you later, guys. Thanks a lot.
Very good.
All right, thanks very much.
That's
And
great.
have a great night. We'll see you next Monday.